Hey guys, it's Yugioh TCU with another deck profile, and this time it's Dragon Rulers. And let's talk about talking about Dragon Rulers. Dragon Rulers are the most used deck this format,
and the most popular as well.
Yeah, and yeah, it's the most OP too. Dragon Rulers have been topping all tournaments, starting from locals all the way up to nationals
and YCS
stuff. For example, the latest YCS London has been just carded with Dragon Rulers.
Final Dragon Ruler versus Dragon Rulers. I surprised no Evil Swarm, of course.
Yeah, one of my friends who uses Evil Swarm said that this format is very boring since it's extremely carded with Dragon Rulers. So yeah, anything else about Dragon Rulers?
Well, I'm just gonna say that there's no point of Evil Swarm anymore since Dragon Rulers still doesn't care. Like last format,
they just get
Evil
over
Swarm,
them easily.
We got Snipe Hunter, we got Blast's Effect, especially Blast's Effect. We got this card that just negates everything. We still got nearly a lot of stuff, like some Dragon Ruler decks runs Raigeki Break or Phoenix, that trap card that bounces back. All those stuff.
We'll be talking about them later. Anyways, we'll start with Flammable God, which is a 1-star tuner, which is used this deck mainly because of Blast's Effect. And
the reason we run 2 Flammable God over Korseskar is because of Blast's Effect mainly. You can still search it with Blaster and you can pop it with Blaster.
Yeah.
Next is gonna be Blaster itself, which I think is the most OP Dragon Ruler card because because of his main attack, literally.
And it can be used in a lot of decks such as Vikings, Five Fists, and
sometimes Battling Bosses as well.
Anyways, moving on to the next Dragon Ruler.
It's gonna be Tidal, which I think the most useless card since in Dragon Ruler deck, not for Merman or other fish decks, but for Dragon Ruler especially, I think it's the most useless card because there's no search for it. I mean, there's nothing else they can search with Tidal, except for itself.
We use Tidal in a nimble video which we done before. Please check that out.
If you want to, it should be on the description.
Yep.
And the next one is going to be Tempest, which is my favorite.
OP, it's quite OP.
Yeah,
and you can be using Dragunti Rulers. I mean Dragunti.
Tempest Dragunti build.
Yeah, I've seen a lot of Tempest Dragunti builds this format, and it works well really. And Harpies. Oh my god, I've been OTK'd with Harpies because of Tempest. It's just OP really.
And for Dragon Ruler deck, it's one of the best cards as well because it searches for the Breeze Dragons, Korseskar, which I can't pronounce properly, and of course its second effect, which is to search out for other dragons. So if you already have a fire type monster, you can search out for Blaster or the other fire type monster for Blaster's effect and pop your verse or whatever you want to pop, then do your combos again. Because why not? Because Dragon Ruler can do that. Yeah,
and Raydox. It suits this attribute really. It is a main defensive card in here since it has 3000 defense, and if you want to side in some cards like Skill Drain, for example, you can just leave that in defense position, and your opponent, if you're in a mirror match, can't do anything since all the big guys Dragon Sacks will be negated unless they tribute big guys. I mean Dragon Sack itself.
You literally got an iron defense with Raydox, and then after that with Blaster and Raydox with Skill Drain is golden in my opinion.
Anyways,
next is gonna be 2 Snipe Hunters. Okay, people runs Raigeki Break, but I prefer 2 Snipe Hunters because
it can be used more than once per turn. Because it doesn't necessarily say once per turn.
You just got all the Dragon Ruler cards you have in your hand, then after that try popping
as many as you can.
Mathematically you're gonna pop 2/3 of them, or if you're lucky you're gonna pop all of them. If you're unlucky you're not gonna pop any of them, but who cares, because you're gonna use the Dragon Ruler effect again and search for them and then discard them again. So I think Snipe Hunt is really good.
Yeah, and it doesn't give you any minuses since you just dropping the Dragon Rulers, which you can activate from the graveyard as well.
Yep, so you just search for them again and then discard them again and just keep on going.
Anyways, the Breed Dragon,
I think it's just self-explanatory since it just brings up Trigon or Quadruple or this Dandelion for BRD.
Anyways guys, I have seen a lot of bad rulings these days. For example, they summon Card Trooper and do not activate its effect since apparently it's negated. Well, part of its effect still resolves, such as
the cost always resolves. The cost always resolves. The main effect will never resolve. The cost will happen.
Yep.
And the cost is to mill 3 cards. Which always happens.
Yeah. So guys, remember that. And the Breed Dragon can be searched out with Tempest because it's a wind attribute monster. and
Dragon Monster.
Yeah, Dragon Monster. So yeah. Anyways, moving on.
Trigon. The reason I like Trigons, first of all, it's a fire type monster. Second of all, it can be dumped by Dragon's Raven, which can't be
Dragon Ravine. Yeah.
Dragon Ravine, which can't be dumped, which can't dump Card Trooper or Dandelion. So yeah, if you have Debris Dragon on the field, in your hand, and you can use Dragon Ravine, dump Trigon and use Debris and just block the whole field.
Or anything.
Yeah.
Anyways, Card Trooper is it's a good card since you can just mill cards, and if you mill Dragon Rulers, that's a good thing since you can use Dragon Rulers from the graveyard.
I still had a lot of bad luck with this.
Yeah.
By milling all my spells and traps and my Veilers.
Yeah.
And Snap Hunters, unfortunately, and my Maxies. So yeah, I don't want to do that. But yeah.
Yeah.
If you're lucky enough, you're gonna mill dragons.
Yeah.
Hopefully.
Yeah, and if you get destroyed, you get +1 since you draw one card.
It's not really a +1; it's 1 for 1.
Yeah. Anyways,
Dandelion.
Dandelion.
One of my favorite cards as well, because if you have Radox and Dandelion and want the dragons in the graveyard, including a tuner, just play Radox second effect and discard Dandelion, then summon the tuner or whatever you want to summon. Then you get the tokens for free, which is a plus, and the tuner, if you want, then summon that Formless Synchron and get a draw.
Or you can get a Mistborn Closest, since when you discard you can summon something like Effect Veiler, and then still go for Mistborn Closest, which is a good card for this format.
Also for Debris and thing, Dandelion, which is an old combo, but yeah.
Anyways,
Maxi.
we have 2 Maxis
because Dragon Ruler doesn't have enough draw powers, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
That's what we'll be thinking after before we see the traps. Anyways, the Maxi is being mained by all Dragon Rulers, but the thing about it is it's quite expensive. For people who run budget decks, it's quite expensive since the only thing comes in is a tin, or you can get a secret version, which is very, very high, and you don't want to get something like Maxi in your deck while you have when you're running 2 Dragon Stack or 2 big guys.
Also, what I see people doing is they're running 2 DD Crow as main instead of Maxi because they can't afford it. Really, that's it.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Anyways,
next is Dragoonity Cesco.
This card can be searched out with either Dragoonity Tempest. Dragon Ruler Tempest or Dragon Ravine. Since it's a Dragoonity card, also it's a 1-star tuner, so you can use it to
summon all your 8-star level synchro,
such as Crimson Blader or Scarlet Dragon.
Yep.
We will have an Effect Veiler. That to me that's quite a staple, really. Effect Veiler can be used for
all the decks except for skill drain decks.
Yeah. Or just special summoning something like
as a tuner as well.
Tuner.
So it's not really a dead card in my opinion. Next
we have Cards of Consonance,
because there's not enough space.
Yeah, and it can be target Flammable God, Dragoonity.
But most of the time I really don't want to discard my tuners, so I just keep it as 1. I think it's fine.
Yeah, one is quite good anyway, since no one likes to discard the tuners with such a Debris Dragon which you need in your hand.
Yep.
But in any situation or
next we have Paw of Greed, aka
Sacred Source of 7 stars.
Yep, because the reason it's a Paw of Greed, you just discard banish one of those dragon monsters, draw 2 cards and get that dragon back by searching it, by searching itself. It's like Paw of Greed, just draw 2 cards, you drew 2 cards and get the card back again.
Yeah, so that I'm surprised this card didn't get semi-limited or anything.
I want it to be banned. It's Paw of Greed.
Well, Super Rejuvenation got banned anyway, so it's kind of one.
No, it's not. Anyway,
well, that's what Dragon Ruler people are happy that it's not limited
banned
or anything.
Limited,
yeah. Dark Hole thing, what do you call it, staples.
It's the only staple we have left.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, I'm sorry.
Anyways,
we got Ghost Sarcophagus.
We got limited lost format, so
it's really good as well because there's an option on the field. You just play Ghost Sarcophagus, then
Blast or anything. So
then remove Blaster, get 1 fire type monster. The next in 2 turns you get Blaster back, then Blast effect. That's if you survive that long.
Yeah, and then we have
2 DDR,
different Dimension Reincarnation,
which I think is really good. I want to run 3, but I really don't like 41 cards. But yeah, I think 41 card would be fine with the
so it doesn't really matter if you're running 41 cards because you do.
It's a dragon deck. You got Maxi. You got
7
dragon things searching for itself.
So yeah,
you got cards for a
people
million.
don't run thing DDR. I don't know why, but it's just don't run it because you're removed from play a lot since you just think, what do you call it? You can just remove from play and then get back.
I mean,
by
guys, you're
discarding
just discarding a dragon. Calm down. Just use blocks effect. Remove one of the two of the dragons. Then search itself. Then after that, play DDR. Then get it back, and you get free rank 7s.
Yep. And we have 2 Dragon Ravine, since this just builds up your resources, since you can just discard 1 Dragon Ruler card and mill 1 Dragon Ruler
it's
card.
mainly for resources.
Yeah,
basically.
And we have 1 written from different dimensions. This card is OP in Dragon Rulers. When you get it and have a lot of resources removed from play, you can just play that, and
this card wins game.
Yeah.
That's it.
It's just a winner of games.
Even if it doesn't win game, you still win because you get the amount of plus you get with it. You can either single summon or XYZ
summon, or you can do both anyways,
and you still get the resources from it.
Yeah,
since you detach or single summon, so all the resources goes to graveyard instead of being removed, which is OP.
2 Vanity's Emptiness.
Oh, the irony.
Yes, we're just special summoning mainly this.
Yeah,
but this can be used for mirror matches as well, considering, since I said Dragon Rulers are used a lot, so you can use it for other cards like other decks such as Madoke, Dragon Rulers, Evil Swarm, anything like that. Yeah,
have Dracosac and that card on the field,
and it's pretty much GT really,
unless they have MSC and all those cards. But anyway, next we got Star Eater, of course, one of the best cards I've seen so far.
Yeah,
closest to God card, I think, because you summon it and nothing can be activated, including Solemn Warning.
Yeah, which is basically the first effect of all the God cards that have been released ages ago.
Yep.
Anyways,
next we have
Yugioh Dragon Ruler. It's the
OCG card, which should be released as TCG
around the Legacy of the Valiant, which hopefully, since Carrot Dragon and this card is good. I really want it to be printed since I want to run it in one of my decks, but
I can't wait for it to be an OCG import. But anyway, we got 2
Crimson Bladers.
People mirror matches and all those stuff.
People run 1, but I prefer to run it as 2. So
this card locks a lot of decks, including Mermails, Dragon Cells, and in any level deck basically, like Gishki, anything, it just locks it down. And since you got enough level 1 tuners,
you can special summon easily. And we have 1
and Debris Dragon too. You can use Debris Dragon's effect, get 1 effect Veiler or level God, and then summon again, and then give.
Yeah, we have 1 Scrap Dragon, just for popping and mainly, and we have 1 Fighter. It's for the combat type decks such as Black Wings. If you summon and let's say leave in defense position,
it will just stay there. They won't be able to really pop it, because they kill it. They will just come back and in defense position again, or just leave it in attack. Doesn't matter.
Shooting Carrot Dragon is next. It's called Jewel Flare Dragon in OCG. So this card is just good really. It's
I prefer it more than Stardust in my opinion. It's the first one really good card. It saves Ravine, it saves your Vent's Emptiness, everything that is face up. So
BRD, that's literally a staple for
I want to run 2 of them, but I don't really have enough
space for it.
I run 2 of each because of DDR. It's really fast.
And I've seen some people struggling while they only have 1 big eye or 1 Dragosac. They're trying to summon another one, but they don't have 1 in the extra deck. Anyways, 1 Armory Arm for the beating, and really good. You
get a lot of situations where you can summon Armory Arm, level 4 Synchro monster, but a lot of people doesn't have it, so you just summon it anyway. Because you have it.
And 1 Mistbird Closes. This card helps against birds. Ophion. So it just negates the effect and makes it attack 0. So you can just normal summon a monster or special summon and then attack it.
Also, there's an OTK using Armory Arm. You summon it. You attach it to one of your opponent's monster and make its attack more than 3000 or 2800. Summon all the big dragons you can, attacking your opponent's monster. Your big dragons dies, and your opponent gets the life points damage, which is let's say you get a blaster, they get 2800 damage. They get Tattoo's damage as well. They get all the monster effect damage.
That's to be honest OP.
We got Formula Synchron because we got a lot of
1 stars.
1 stars with it.
And we can get Dandelion, one of the tokens which will quite be useless unless you want normal summon your Dragon Rulers, which I haven't seen normally happening. So for Synchron, just for more synchro summoning really.
I actually used it a lot, but yeah. Next is gonna be 2 Draco Stack. I don't run 1 because it's really good. Normally there are a lot of situations where I want to summon the second one, and I do summon it. But a lot of people who use Dragon Rulers, they want to summon the second one, but they don't have it. Same goes for Big Eye. They want to summon the second one, but they don't have it. So I'm just running 2 of each, just in case.
Yeah, side doesn't really matter, guys. You can choose your side.
I just got the third snipe pointer for Verse or any other lockdown decks.
Dragon, same thing. Verse.
It can be searched with thingy. Raydox, which is really good.
The AD card against
mirror matches
against Fire
Battling
Kings.
Boxers, Fire King, all the cards.
Concentrate Light. People
Concentrate Light for any dark deck. That's it.
People prefer running thing. What do you call it?
Shadow
Imprisoning Mirror, but
for me, if you can't summon the monster, you can't activate the effect.
And so also, it doesn't really matter if you normal summon it, because you special summon a lot. So
the only bad thing about it is Dark World, because they can just pop it with Grapha. But if it's Dark World deck, you already got a good matchup anyway.
Yeah.
So if you can't summon the Dark Monster, you can't activate the effect. That's just me. So Consecrate Light is better than Shadow Imprisoning Mirror, in my opinion.
Moving on to Scarecrow. People actually run main 2 of them, but I prefer running it inside since
there are a lot of combat type decks like Battling Box or Bujin that doesn't really OTK as much
as other card decks. So yeah. And 1 Wing Beat. This is just basically a Heavy Storm in Dragon type decks. So you can just use it to pop all the spell cards and trap cards.
I just run 1 randomly, just like it,
just in case. We have 2 XCs on code. This is the main card against Evil
Storm. I love this card, I swear. It is really good against all XYZ monsters. Or XYZ based decks.
So example, Battling Boxes, Evil Storm, anything. And now we have 2 Royal Decree. This card is good against any
trap heavy decks.
And I've seen a lot of people struggle with when they have 5 back row and you have Royal Decree on the field.
Or your opponent has Mind Drain or anything. It's just self-explanatory anyway. And Skill Drain kills Priface, kills Spellbooks.
And also this Dragon Ruler's effect can't activate when it returns to the hand. So you have a big BO for the whole time unless you want to destroy it. So
it's really a good card for dragons. It doesn't really, it hurts them but it doesn't kill them, unlike it kills Spyface basically.
And guys, if you want to run main that Skill Drain, it doesn't really matter since it can be main as well.
But it's really bad for a mirror match deck. For a mirror match, since your opponent can do the same thing literally.
Also about mirror matches, I thought of running this card inside as well. This is quite a good card, Chaos Hunter.
Well, in my opinion, it was a really good card last format, which a lot of people used, but this format I'm not too sure about it. Since dragons are not as consistent as last format. But it's really good card because you can just discard one of the Dragon Rulers. No, I meant the dragon deck itself, because it's not as consistent as last format, but it's still consistent enough to kill Verse.
And anyways, about using it, you can discard one of your Dragon Rulers and special summons card when your opponent special summons a monster. And let's say the special summon Tempest, for example, that has 2,500 attack. It can't be destroyed by Tempest by battle at all. And after that, your opponent cannot remove from play cards This, since it doesn't affect you, you're running Dragon Rulers. You can remove as many cards as you want from play and do whatever, while your opponent can't.
No, you still have to just count your resources at the same time. Don't go wild like he just said. Just remove everything. But
so that's it, guys. Thank you. Subscribe and
XCCG out.
Yep. Already out.